In 1985, as then postgraduate students, three scientists now working with WAMSI discovered the power of collaboration in marine science. Russ Babcock and Jamie Oliver were working on corals in the Great Barrier Reef, and Chris Simpson was working on corals in Western Australia. What they found was one of the most incredible reproductive events on the planet. Mass spawning in corals, synchronized like an underwater fireworks display, over thousands of kilometres.
It started to seem like it was too much of a coincidence that all of these different species seemed to be reproducing in the same month of the year, and maybe even in the same week of the year. And we kind of jokingly said to each other, well, wouldn't it be wild if all of these things were spawning at the same time? So we started to just look into it a little bit, and amazingly enough, it turned out that that's exactly what happens.
While scientists were observing massive corals spawning on the Great Barrier Reef, Chris Simpson was observing the same phenomenon off Ningaloo and the Dampier Archipelago.
It's a really funny thing to watch because these stony corals that are just like a frozen tree branch come to life with little multicolored balls of eggs that are popped out through the mouths of these flower-like polyps, and then they float to the surface like a snowstorm in reverse, collect at the surface of the sea where the bundles of eggs break apart and are fertilized. And they can be seen from space. The aggregations of these eggs are so expansive.
It is this same spirit of collaboration and scientific curiosity that Western Australia embraced in 2006 to characterise its huge marine estate, and the Western Australian Marine Science Institution, or WAMSI, was born. The WAMSI model aimed to integrate across the sciences, bringing together a critical mass of over 250 scientists from 16 partner organisations to tackle the big issues facing Western Australia's marine environment.
A lot of the ecological and physical processes that happen over large timescales. They can happen over weeks, months, years, or even decades. And it's really important to actually, when you're wanting to understand those processes, that you have research projects that match up with those types of timescales. I think that WAMSI and organisations like WAMSI can provide a really good broad picture brushstroke of what needs to be done over those types of timescales, which in sometimes other people like industry just haven't got that type of focus.
The ocean off Western Australia is vast and complex. There are many life forms and processes we have yet to understand. The more we understand our ocean, the better we can deal with the challenges that lie ahead.